All right, welcome, folks. Thursday night. It is senior night here in Messer Gymnasium, celebrating the seniors playing for these girls' basketball teams. Girls varsity basketball, the Mohawk Warriors, hosted by your Pioneer Panthers. My name is Tyler Borbo, bringing you the play-by-play action of this game, and with a very intense and enthusiastic student section. I can say without hyperbole that this is the biggest attended night of the basketball season. A lot of folks here. Great basketball team. Fairly evenly matched. We're talking about a difference of one game between these two teams. Mohawk coming into this game with an 8-7 record. Pioneer with a 9-6 record. So on paper, very evenly matched. And the ball pops loose, but recovered by Pioneer. Grzyskowski. McClellan tries to put the ball up, no foul. Didn't have enough oomph on the shot, and recovered by the Warriors. Grzyskowski looking for Inman. The ball rolls loose and out of bounds. It'll be Pioneer ball to inbound in the corner. The last time these two teams matched up, Pioneer came away with the win 50-42, and this was at Mohawk. So now Pioneer with home field advantage, home court, excuse me. You know, we'll see how things go down. Ball back outside to Beliski with a three-shot, no good. Almost recovered by Pioneer, but stolen away by Grzyskowski. Big toss in to Emily Inman. Gets double teamed. Ball back outside. Three-shot by Natalie Lanou. And Mohawk Warriors first to put points on the board with a big three by Lanou. Nice bounce pass inside. Little tight quarters for the ball movement. Jalen Beliski picks it up, sends it high. No good on both shots, also by Tominski. Big toss by Inman, no good. Looks like she ran out of court. It's hard to get those shots off after you make yourself underneath the glass. The angle's weird. Grzyskowski. Back to Grzyskowski, no good on the three-shot, and recovered by Zephyr Jetson. Navigating her way down the court, recovers her own dribble. Ball inside, Sadie Wilcox drives in, gives it a toss, tough roll, and the bounce bounces back into her hands, and good on the second one. Mohawk with a 5-point lead over the Panthers. And with a big drive by Maggie Tipeniuk, driving inside, no doubt expected to get some sort of foul off in that one. She will get 2 from the free throw line. Maggie Tipeniuk has been doing a great job playing inside the paint. Forced to be reckoned with, driving through the defense, and no doubt you got to be firmly planted and, you know, ready for her to push her way through towards that basket. And good on the second one. Pioneer on the board. 5-1 with 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Mohawk on the offensive. Ball sent around. Lanou tosses it inside to Wilcox. Back outside. Swung around. Lanou with the three. Off the rim. Heads towards the far corner. And looks like it was called out of bounds after Mohawk trying to save it. So it'll be Pioneer to inbound over near the student section. Kyler McClellan. Beliski, another handoff to McClellan. Well tipped, but hung on to. 3 for McClellan. It's scoop outside of the rim. Good defense by Mohawk. All hands. Grzyskowski for three, off the rim. Hits the strap, which will stop the clock and turn the ball over. It'll be Mohawk to inbound. Hitting the strap, of course, the belt that lifts the basketball hoop up and down. Lanu inside to Inman. Inman gets the foul on the layup. 4:39 on the clock. Inman good on the first. Two for two for Inman. 7-1. A little over 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Tibaniuk back over to McClelland. McClelland moving around some very good defense by Mohawk. So far has really not allowed much ball movement. And with the turnover, that is in Mohawk's favor. Kozimowski over to Jetson. Wilcox is over to Kozimowski. Lanu driving in on the right side, tosses it back outside to Kozimowski for three. No good. Mohawk hangs on to it. Wilcox tries to drive in. Ball comes loose, out of bounds. Pioneer ball. Tibaniuk puts one up and two on the board. 4-point game, 3.5 minutes. Inman hands it over to Wilcox and a jump ball is called. That's going to go in Pioneer's favor with the alternating possession. And a timeout is called by Mohawk. Very intense game. I think both teams, I mean, Pioneer, you know, you on your senior night, by senior night meaning this is the final regular season home game for the players who will be graduating from Pioneer Valley Regional High School. So there could be some home games coming up for Western Mass tournament or MIA tournament, and that is yet to be determined, those brackets. We'll take a look at that and see what BNC TV could bring you. But as far as the regular season, final home game for Jacoby Tominski and Kyler McClelland. And so far, Mohawk has been very successful with their defense, really doing a great job of not leaving any open lanes. And I don't think Pioneer has managed to waver that defense, move the ball around in a way that gets that defense to kind of move off of their tight marking. And a little extra press by Pioneer. Mismatched pass goes out of bounds. That'll be a turnover. Warriors to inbound. Lanu back outside to Inman. Inman, long pass into the corner. Kozimowski puts it back out. Another long pass. Lanu to Wilcox. Wilcox just got swarmed by white jerseys. And it looks like there was a hand on trying to get the steal, knocks the ball out of bounds. Pioneers inbound. Grzyskowski hands it back over to McClellan. Tossed inside to Tominski. Tominski puts it around, no foul on the layup. Grzyskowski with a shot, puts it away for 2. And then to the corner. Wilcox back outside. Jetson for 3. No good. Recovered by Beliski. McClellan with a long pass to Tippanyuk. Drives it in, hands it over to Tominski. No good. Gets her own rebound. Tough roll on that one and recovered by the Warriors. Emily Inman hands it over to Jetson. Jetson long pass across the court to Lanu. Lanu for 3. Puts it down. Second 3 for Lanu in the first quarter. She feels pretty comfortable at doing that. Pioneer is going to need to keep an eye on not only that player, but that kind of ball movement where the Warriors are going to drive it up one side. Lanu lying in wait outside the 3 on the opposite side of the court. Draw the attention, toss the ball outside, and Lanu has a comfortable 3 shot. We'll see if the Panthers can pick up on that. The mismatched pass goes out of bounds. It'll be Pioneer to inbound. Kyler McClellan to Beliski. Hands it back off. Tippanyuk. Things close in. Good hands by Inman. Inman playing fantastic defense. Beliski to Grzyskowski, almost stolen away. Five seconds on the shot clock. Something's going to need to happen. Grzyskowski gives it a toss and puts it away. That is the second 3 for Grzyskowski. 2-point game. 10-8. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. And a mismatched pass. Looks like there wasn't any looking. Kyler McClellan heading down on the far side. Hands it over to Tippanyuk inside the paint. Drives on the left side. Gets the shot. And she will have a free throw coming her way. Pioneer heating up at the tail end of this first quarter. Tied 10-10 with 28 seconds left. Pioneer taking the lead for the first time in the game. Lanu gives it a toss inside, finds Inman back outside. Cycling it around. Jetson inside to Finn, back outside to Lanu's, left open again. Tough shot. I think that was a close one that really should have gone in. Was that same play we talked about earlier. Lanu being left open. Oh, and I let the time run out, excuse me. There's 4.6 seconds left. And Beliski with a shot, no good. And with that, Pioneer takes a seconds before lead. 11-10 as we come to the close of the first quarter. Boy, fantastic job by Pioneer catching up. But we'll say Pioneer got a little bit wiser towards the end of that first quarter, but Mohawk has been doing a fantastic job. Their defense has been excellent. And as we try to fix the camera. There we go. All right. That should be good. Well, if you're watching this in the Mohawk Trail Regional High School area, up there in the mountains, wherever you're watching it from, family and friends abroad, watching this in the BNC TV area, Bernardston and Northfield, I want to welcome you. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting your local public access. More importantly, thank you so much for supporting these high school athletes. Love bringing this game to you, and so happy for your viewership. And as we start off the second quarter, Mohawk on the offensive. Ball inside for Inman, gets double teamed, causing a jump. I think there could have been a question there whether or not there was a foul, but looked like it was just a jump ball in Pioneer's favor. Tibanyuk on the left side, slows it down. Toss it back outside of Beliski, goes inside for the jump shot, gets two. Excellent idea by Beliski. She saw that she would be running into possibly double team defense if she were to go in for the layup. Stops short, takes a breath, makes a great jump shot for 2 points. And a tough foul by Maggie Tibanyuk. Will be Warriors ball to inbound. And knocked away. Mohawk will get another shot at it. Ball sent way out to Inman. Hands it over to Zamowski and puts that down for three. Counting 3 3-pointers so far for Mohawk. 2 of them by Lanu. Beliski hands it over to Tibanyuk on the outside. Put inside looking for Tyminski. It's slapped away by the Warriors. Tibanyuk goes in for the layup. Hands it over to Tyminski and gets the 2. Well, great job getting her own rebound by Tibanyuk, and saw what was going on, tossed it over and stolen away by Jalen Beliski. She slows things down, hands it back out to Tyminski, goes in on the right side, and that will be a foul by the Warriors with that kind of closing double team block. That was before the shot, so it will be Pioneer on the baseline. Maggie Tibanyuk with the shot off the backside of the rim. Bezamowski with the recovery. Lanu to Wilcox. Wilcox turns it around. And it looks like there was more than ball on that one. A little hands on the arm, so that will be a couple of free throws for Wilcox. According to the MIAA, Division 5, Mohawk Trail ranked 31st in the state. Pioneer ranked 19th. And Pioneer, their last game was at Mahar Regional High School. They fell to the Senators 22-55. Tyminski to Tibanyuk, finds an open hole, goes up for the layup, no good, recovered by Wilcox. Jetson and Busamowski tries to find Wilcox, but ball comes loose. Pioneer capitalizes. Long pass over to Tominski, who stops short, and it's swatted away and stolen by the Warriors. Finn over to Wozmowski. Wilcox needing some help, tossed it back to Lanu. Wozmowski back to Wilcox. 5 seconds. Lanu driving up on the right side, couldn't get the angle right on the layup. Sends the ball out of bounds, but got the foul. What happened with that? And it looks like it goes out of bounds on the Warriors. There we go. Fix the score. McClellan passes it to Tipanyuk. Beliski in the corner and gives it to McClellan. McClellan thought about the three, got some good defense on her by Jetson. McClellan for three. Off the rim, heads to the opposite corner. Grzyskowski recovers it. Beliski puts the ball up, no good. Wilcox hangs on to it, hands it over to Wozmowski. And stolen away off the bounce pass. Handed over to Beliski, goes up on the right side and gets the layup. No doubt Mohawk has been really trying hard and doing a great job so far, trying to stifle. Wilcox left virtually open, puts it up for two. To Beliski, drives inside the paint, tosses it back outside to Grzyskowski. Back to Beliski, Tipanyuk. No good to McClelland. She won't get, and looks like some extra footwork before the shot was off. So that's going to be a travel and a turnover to the Warriors. But what I was saying is the Warriors have been doing a fantastic job of stifling what's normally a pretty foolproof plan of moving the ball around and getting things open for Kyler McClelland to work her magic outside the three. Oh, looks like some sort of body language the refs didn't like. That was a foul on the Warriors, so it'll be Pioneer to inbound on their own baseline. McClellan to Tominski. Drives it in, gives it a toss. Oh, good, recovered by the Warriors. Lanu to Wozmowski to Inman. Over to Jetson in the corner. No good on the shot. Bobbled inside the rim and decided no. And the ball is stolen away. Wilcox driving in on the right side, trying to make her way through. Trying to articulate the situation, whether or not it was a tough situation. I think that simultaneously Wilcox wanted to go for the layup jump shot, but the ball came loose just as she was going to jump up. And so kind of her body came down and wound up being some sort of offensive foul. And for example, if she had held on to the ball, the foul probably would have been in the other direction. Timoniuk driving through, can't get the shot, but will get 2 from the free throw. Just over 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes actually left in the first half. Timoniuk good on the first. There we go, now we're correct. Lanu hands it off to Bezimowski. Back to Lanu. Inman on the outside. Puts it in, finds Lanu at the 3. No good. Kriskowski hands it over to Tipeniuk. Stops short, puts it up for 2. Stubborn ball pops back out. Recovered by the Warriors. Emily Inman hands it over to Sadie Wilcox. Back outside to Inman. Bezimowski driving in from the corner. Wilcox back outside to Inman for 3. Nothing but net. McClellan for 3, off the rim. Tipeniuk recovers it. But looks like there was some extra blocking from Tipeniuk. That's going to cause the turnover. That extra arm extension to push the other player away from having access for that ball. That's what the ref saw. Zamowski to Lanu, and stolen away by McClellan. Hands it over to Devaney Pillsbury, driving on the right side, stops short, puts the ball up, and Pillsbury for 2. I think Pioneer has been doing a fantastic job of not forcing the interaction with the player on the layup. And so far, Mohawk has been doing a great job of putting their hands up and properly getting themselves in the way of the shots. A lot of hands on ball on the defensive for the Warriors. So for Pioneer to kind of drive up, stop short, and give the ball a toss instead of following through on the layup is a real smart play that is either going to, the Warriors are either going to pivot into knowing that that's going to happen and go after that, or Pioneer is going to get the foul on that. No good on the Warriors shot. 12 seconds left. Tominski on the left side gets 2. Pioneer with a 3-point lead. 4 seconds left on the clock. Wilcox with a toss. Off the rim, no good. Just before halftime, Pioneer with a 3-point lead, 22-19, as both teams head to their respective locker rooms. And as we've been talking, I think generally what we've been seeing is just some incredible defense by Mohawk. Pioneer has slowly been making their way through it. And so far, it's actually a little bit difficult to describe. There's just little things. Pioneer has both had trouble on the offense and has done a great job on offense. Every possession just seems to come out a little bit different. And same thing with Mohawk. They've had some fantastic offensive moments, and then there's been other moments where the ball has been turned over. They've just been, I mentioned earlier, quite evenly matched on paper. Mohawk Trail 8-7, Pioneer 9-6. This is a very, very tight matchup for these teams, and we're seeing exactly that. It's a 3-point game as we go into the half, but it has been very, very exciting. Both teams seem to be matched in so many of the categories between the shooting, the stealing, the defense, the offense. They both have been doing a fantastic job, which means we have so much more exciting basketball coming your way. We're going to take a short break, take a look at our sponsors. Without them, this broadcast would not be possible. And when we come back, another half of this exciting girls varsity basketball game, Mohawk Warriors, Pioneer Panthers, coming your way. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. Second half of this very close, exciting game. Mohawk Warriors, Pioneer Panthers. My name is Tyler Borbo, bringing the play-by-play action of this game. Whether you're watching this on 1075 on your Comcast dial, later broadcast, or watching this on YouTube live, or again later on because it was just so exciting. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Maggie Tipeniuk. Second time at the free throw line. Nabs the first. And of course, if you were tuning in during the half and saw the graphics on the broadcast, that was our Jalen Beliski for three. Excellent job by Beliski. But as I was stating, if you saw our wonderful sponsors during the half, I'm so thankful to be partnered up with them. Those sponsors, of course, are including Sam Browning Jr. Trucking, Sweet Lucy's Bakeshop, Works LTD, Wiggin Hydroseeding, Zilinksi HVAC, DiGeorge Builders, and Greenfield Cooperative Bank. So thankful for those sponsors. Partnering up with BNC TV, helping bring you the boys and girls varsity basketball this winter sports season. So happy to be partnered with them. Without them, it would not be possible. So thankful to partner with those local businesses. Mohawk Warriors on the offensive. Jetson to Lanu. Inside to Wilcox. The ball comes loose. Wilcox tries to move the ball back outside. Good toss over to Devaney Pillsbury. She's going to go up. A little too much mustard on the layup. Long pass by Lanu over to Wilcox. Wilcox looking to drive through and gets the charge. Wilcox not happy with that one. I think, no doubt, very frustrated with that call. But two things can be happening at once. I think what was happening, the ball was popping loose. And it looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct is called on that. It is definitely a frustrating situation. I think what had gone down was on the drive with the ball popping loose, both with the boxing out. I think you can box out when you have possession. Maybe if when the ball comes loose, you can no longer be boxing out like that. And I think the push off from Wilcox's arm was, an offensive foul, blocking the player from access to what was now a free ball. And I think those shots that came as a result of it were just the slamming the ball down. But, tensions are high. Things are frustrating. It's a tough game. Keep your composure. It's hard to do. Warriors on the attack after a turnover. Lanu covers her dribble. Tosses it inside to Maddie Finn. Ball goes back outside to Jetson. Inman takes over up top. Back over to Lanu, looking to give it back to Inman, but no good on the angle. Big toss over to Pillsbury. Couldn't get the angle right. Warriors on the attack again. Back outside to Lanu for three, and puts it away. Beautiful shot by Lanu. 27-22. And definitely left the clock off for far too long. Under 6 minutes in the third quarter. Another turnover. Warriors ball. Wozomowski to Lanu. Lanu up top, thinking about it, goes for three. Tough bounce on the rim, recovered by McClelland. Big pass over to Brooke Welcome. Hands it over to Tominski and gets the two. Great ball movement by the Panthers. Lanu with tight defense by McClelland. Hands it over to Jetson. Back outside to Finn. But Zamowski now. Zamowski trying to send it inside to Finn, but Zamowski recovers it. Hands it over to Finn. Oh, very tough. If that was all ball, we could have called that an up and down, but looks like some hands were on the body, not just the ball. So Maddie Finn will have two after we come back from this timeout. As we go into the timeout, the clock goes so it can catch up. .504 left in the third quarter. Pioneer with a 7-point lead, 29-27. So far, tensions will no doubt continue to be high in this game. It has been a very, very tight defensive game. And, of course, more of how tight these teams are just statistically. We're looking at Mohawk, even though they have one more loss than Pioneer. Pioneer with a 9-6. Mohawk Warriors with the 8-7. Mohawk is averaging over the past 15 games has been averaging 40.3 points per game, and the Panthers averaging 37.2. So we're talking a 3-point difference amongst the teams. And so just the closeness and statistic pairing of these two teams is intense, and it definitely is representative of what we've been seeing on the court so far in this game. Maddie Finn with her second free throw shot. Good on the second one. 29-23. McClelland to Brooke Welcome. Hands it over to Beliski. Thought she had the lane down low. Ball is bumped out of bounds off of Beliski. Warriors to inbound. Jetson to Inman. Inman moves it inside to Wozomowski. Back outside to Inman. Thought about it. And it looks like it was some sort of foul. I don't know exactly what happened. Saw Inman kind of go down. It must have been off of some body contact. Lanu driving inside. And another push by Pioneer. Pioneer with 4.5 minutes left are one foul away from knocking Mohawk into the bonus. Good pass to Inman, tossed back outside to Finn, but I don't know if she was expecting it. Kyler McClellan on the drive, bounce pass over to Tominski. Ball pops back up, but Pioneer hangs on to it. Grzyskowski swings it to Beliski, who goes for three. No good. And the ball is loose, recovered by Mohawk. Long pass over to Jetson, who slows things down. Oh, had a good idea. That is a rare situation under that. The ball was passed over the midcourt threshold, and it looked like Jetson was looking to kind of slow things down and turn it around, but It was so close to the other side of midcourt, it was a backcourt violation on the first step she made. Lanu. Lanu not to be left open, driving in on the lane, gets the layup. Oh. It looked like there was an offensive foul involved with that. Not on ball, or an off-ball offensive foul. Let the clock catch up. And it looks like some fancy foot action. Goes into a travel. It'll be a turnover. Mohawk so far has been very, very lucky with a lot of turnovers so far in the third quarter. And a big shot, no good. Wiskowski hands it off. Tominski hangs on to it. Ball pops loose. And that's going to turn into a jump ball in Pioneer's favor. Mohawk doing everything they can to pop that ball loose and have been successful doing it. Case in point, Inman on the drive gets the foul on her layup. Emily Inman will step to the free throw line for two. Inman good on the first. Both teams in the bonus with a minute and a half. I don't even think you could say nothing but net on that. I didn't even see the net move. Ball comes loose, recovered by Kyler McClellan. Tominski finds an open lane, drives it up, not enough on that one, tries to get her own rebound, comes down into Jetson hands. Bezimowski to bring it out. Natalie Lanu to Valerie Bezimowski. Sadie Wilcox drives it in for the layup, gets the two. .45 seconds left in the third quarter. 3-point game, 31-28 Pioneer. Big three by Kyler McClellan, sinks it. Her first of the game. No doubt the Warriors have done a fantastic job of cutting off that source of scoring, but Wilcox drives in and gets her own two. And Pillsbury puts two on the board for herself. There's 5 seconds left on the clock. Warriors, big three by Jetson. No good. Big points scored. Pioneer with a 10-point lead at the end of the third quarter. Fantastic job. Very intense quarter. Beginning of the fourth quarter. Sorry about that mess up on the YouTube stream. Should know the full game is recorded. And great three-point shot by Natalie Lanou. 38-31 as we dip into the final 8 minutes. Kobe Tyminski with a shot, no good, gets her own rebound, tosses it back out to Beliski, puts it up. Tough bounce on that one, recovered by Wazamowski. Natalie Lanou hands it over to Inman, pushes her way inside, gets a good roll on the shot, puts 2 up. I think the scoreboard changed. And I'll leave it at 38. It was 36, but now it's 38. 38-35. Jetson looking for Lanou. Couldn't get it. Looks like it went out of bounds on some Pioneer fingertips. Inman left open underneath. Puts an easy 2 up on the board. 1 point game, 38-31. Kobe Tyminski thought about it, hands it back outside to Grzyskowski, off the rim, recovered by Inman. Inman driving on the outside. Drives down to the right, tosses it up, gets the 2. And a timeout is called by the Warriors bench. Gonna let the clock run a bit. 6:17. Boy, what an intense game. So far, teams have been going back and forth, putting points up on the board. But we are sitting on a 1 point game, 39-38. And no doubt, with 6 minutes left on the clock, first team that starts scoring unanswered points is definitely going to be a tense lead. These teams cannot afford turnovers. And if you're just tuning in because of the live stream having an issue, I did kind of cut out for a minute or so, but we are back in. As I said, the whole game is being recorded. Snafus happen. Kyler McClellan to Tippenyuk. Back to McClellan. McClellan driving in. Ball comes loose. And that's going to turn into a jump ball. There we go, 6:01 on the clock. Stays in Pioneer possession. Tough 3 shot, covered by Emily Inman. And long pass looking for Wilcox, couldn't make it happen, out on the fingers of Kobe Tyminski. Warriors will hang on to it inbound on the baseline. Wazamowski hands it over to Inman. Couldn't get the jump shot, but Warriors hang on to it. The ball comes down. Wilcox, it pops back out, recovered by Lanou. Wazamowski for 3. No good. Tyminski tries to hang on to it, pops into Lanou's hands. Lanou looking for a toss over to Wazamowski. And it looks like a little extra step on the hesitation by Grzyskowski. So that will be Mohawk ball. And good idea by the Warriors, but no one could get their hands on it. It will be Pioneers. Tippanyuk tries to send it back outside. Quite frankly, I'm not exactly sure what happened with that one. All I know, it was a turnover. Lanu driving inside the paint. Gets the push. Mohawk on the baseline. And Wilcox gets the foul. Wilcox goes down on the first. Two for two for Wilcox. Just under 5 minutes. Pioneer trailing by 3. Back out to the corner, Grzyskowski for 3, ties it back up. Great job by the Pioneer offense, drawing things inside the paint, tossing it back outside for an uncontested 3. Inman thought about driving inside the paint, hands it over to Jetson for 3, off the front of the rim. And comes up Pioneer, big pass over to Pillsbury. Slows down. Tominski with a shot, no good, recovered by Pioneer. And Tippanyuk drives inside. Doesn't get the shot, but she'll get the foul. Talked about it earlier, Maggie Tippanyuk. It's a force to be reckoned with when she's driving through. Good on the first. And recovered by Pillsbury. That turns into a jump ball in Mohawk favor. And that is another jump ball. This time in Pioneer's favor. Pioneer getting a second chance on their offense. Well, to Grzyskowski. Finds Tippanyuk. Tippanyuk tosses it up, no good. Great defense, great patient defense by Sadie Wilcox. Ellery Buzimowski. Travel before she let go of the ball. That's a turnover. To Grzyskowski. Pillsbury with the toss-up. Tough to make that shot work, but she'll get 2 from the free throw line. Good on the second one by Pillsbury. 43-41. Lanu looking for a long pass over to Wizmowski. Couldn't make the connection. Kyler McClellan tosses it up. Kobe Tominski recovers. No good. Tominski had the rebound, but stolen away by Emily Inman. Inman to Wilcox. Ran out of court before she could toss it up. Great move, though, by the Warriors. McClellan slowing things down, making sure all players are in front of her. Long three with some Lanu fingers on it. McClellan hands it off to Tippanyuk, tosses it up, no good. Emily Inman recovers it. Lanu drives around. Bounced it inside the paint for Inman. Recovered. Pioneer's going to need to step back and help out. Great job by Devaney Pillsbury stepping back, getting the pass over to Tippanyuk. Grzyskowski swings it around to McClellan. Tippanyuk drives in on the lane and gets the two. 45-41, 2.5 minutes. And a jump ball is called, which is in Mohawk favor. Very interesting. I think it's rare that you see that, but great hands by Devaney Pillsbury. Stopping, you saw Inman going in on the right side of the lane. Pillsbury saw it, got fingertips all ball on that one, and slowed up the layup that Inman was planning on having. And the jump is in Mohawk favor, so that's why they will start back from the timeout, inbounding on the baseline. Very, very intense game, very close. Just over 2 minutes left in the game, 45-41 Pioneer. And of course, with more basketball coming up as the regular season winds down, boys varsity basketball, their senior night right back here in Messer Gymnasium, where the Pioneer Panthers not only having their own senior night, but they will be hosting the Mahar Senators for what is shaping up to be a fantastic game and a well-worthy way to spend your Friday night. So definitely come out and check that out, support the team. Love having the viewership, but there's nothing quite like being out here in person. So if you can make it to the game, come and do that. And of course, the girls have a makeup game on Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. where they're hosting the Drury Blue Devils. BNC TV will be bringing you that game as well. Ball inbounded to Emily Inman, tossed back outside, swung around, Moynihan over to Lanu. Wizmowski for three, no good. Kyler McClellan smartly blocking and making sure that that ball goes out, last touching a blue jersey. It'll be Pioneer ball. Extra press. Great job by Zephyr Jetson. Knocking the ball out of the bounds. Pioneer maintains possession. They'll inbound from the corner. McClellan to Pillsbury. Grzyskowski back outside to McClellan. Tippanyuk bringing it back outside the paint. Pioneer no doubt trying to eat that clock. Great hands by Sadie Wilcox, causes the turnover on the shot. Inman back outside to Lanu. Mohawk could really use an open lane, finds it for Inman, gets the two. 45-43. Tippanyuk drives in, tough on the layup. No good, and recovered by the Warriors. 2-point game. This is a tie-it-up possession with under a minute left. Back out to Wilcox, swung around to Bizamowski. Inman to Lanu. No good on the three, recovered by Grzyskowski. 35 seconds left. And we are going into foul to stop the clock territory. You know, I've always been curious about this. I feel like this is more of a situation to utilize that than I have in the past. I think in the past I've seen it happening to no avail. But being a 2-point game, all the reason in the world to make this happen. And a great pass inside to Devaney Pillsbury. Gets the 2 points. 4-point lead. Under 20 seconds. Looks like it was a push by McClelland. Oh, no, it was by Twinsky, excuse me. 18 seconds. Lanu feeds it into Wilcox, makes her way through. Inman on the rebound. Tough bounce on that shot. McClelland driving it out. Five seconds left. Pioneer with a 4-point lead. Not exactly sure about, I don't know if it was like a personal foul or technical foul in that sense. That's why the free throw shots are in this fashion. Okay. Looks like they can mark it up. 5 seconds left. Pioneer, no doubt, staying back to protect on anything. No fouls by Pioneer. McClelland, good on the first one. And good on the second. 6-point lead. And a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. These were crucial free throw shots. And now with the 6-point lead, Pioneer, no doubt, really needs a plan. They need to make sure no fouls. Really just play smart, quick defense. As far as the Warriors, they're definitely behind the 8 ball here. They are no doubt going to really look for lining things up to get a 3-point shot, maybe get a foul off on that. I think it could be have a plan that is angling towards utilizing Natalie Lanu. She has done a fantastic job with the free throw shots, or I'm sorry, with the 3-point shots this game. So no doubt she is going to be a target to try and get that 3 and shut that clock off. But a lot has to happen in 5 seconds, especially full length of the court. Pioneer, play it smart, play good defense. I think they can come away with a W. Five seconds left, big toss. And with 0.3 seconds left, I think in this situation, they just hand it back in, and Pioneer coming away with the win, 49-43. Massive win for the Panthers over the Warriors. But it was a tense battle throughout. This is the kind of exciting basketball you want to show up for. What a fantastic job. Great job by both teams. Good luck to the Warriors for the postseason. And whatever final regular season games they have really showed up today. They did a fantastic job. They made Pioneer work for this win. But great job by Pioneer with a 10-6 record. They will be taking that into this Saturday where they host the ranked #1 in the state, Drury Blue Devils. Now, we're talking about with a matchup like that. Now, I still have an incredibly flimsy grasp of the way power rankings work. But I would say that even a loss to the Blue Devils could give extra points to Pioneer and may even push them into, a higher state seeding. I do believe at some point this season, Pioneer was sitting at 18 in the ranking system, and as things update, they could move back into that. And whether or not that would jostle some extra, home field advantage positioning, we'll find out. Power ranking system is very complicated, but we will see what happens with that.
Hello. All right, we're good.
And as we go into the senior night celebrations, I want to thank you folks for tuning in to this exciting game. So happy to have you with us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night for the boys varsity senior night, where they host the Mahar Senators. So that is it for us here from Messer Gymnasium. My name is Tyler Borbo, and we will see you next time.